The potato is a starchy tuberous vegetable native to the Americas that is consumed as a staple food in many parts of the world. Potatoes are underground tubers of the plant Solanum tuberosum, a perennial in the nightshade family Solanaceae. That is definitely how that's pronounced. I've read that directly from Wikipedia. Now, the Spanish introduced the patatas to Europa, but today I'm going to introduce every type of potato to my belly.
You see, despite everyone diagnosing me in the comments every food video, I rarely eat potatoes because, quite frankly, I'd rather eat bread. These are both carbs. If I ate more potato, I would not eat less bread because I love bread. But I've decided to try and change that today. But if I'm going to cut my bread intake, I must do it for the best form of potato available in the UK. Crisps, mashed potato, baked potato, roast potato, couch potato, potato gun, Mr. Potato Head, his bird, croquettes, tater tots, wrinkly chips, fig chips, french fries, waffles, sweet potato fries, potato wedges, potato skins, hash browns, latkes, potato slices, Hasselback potato, potato smiley, dauphinoise.
That was my attempt at a dolphin noise. Oh, I'm a dolphin. I actually sexually assault other dolphins. And I murder things for fun. You shouldn't like dolphins, actually. They're not only mammals, they're criminal mammals, because they're fucking pricks. Fuck dolphins. All my homies love turtles. That's sweet, isn't it? They're cute. They're even cuter if you take them out of the shell and turn them into a soup.
Now I'm going to scan each form of potato and rate every single one out of 10 to find out for me what form deserves to replace a portion of my bread intake. This is science, and this is happening now in front of your eyes for the next 20 to 35 minutes. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Get 50% off your first box plus 25% off the next 2 months plus free desserts for life. Just scan my QR code on screen now. Now obviously there's like 1,000 different potato dishes, so I focused on ones I could actually buy from the shop or order because it has to be realistic for me to adopt into my diet. So let's hammer down some easy scores on the board from the off. Mashed potato. Why would I want to eat just the inside of a chip? The skin is the best bit. What a ridiculous concoction, and I will have no part in it. 1 out of 10. Shite. Crinkly chips. They remind me of my childhood, but remove the nostalgia, and I will not be having these. What's the crinkle? It doesn't add any rigidity or additional crunch. It's a waste of ready time. 3.5 out of 10. Thick chips. Or oven chips or steak chips if you're an absolute wrong'un. They look like they should be good, but they're so mid. They're what I would draw if I was drawing some chips, but they're not what I would eat if I was eating some chips. 2. Potato wedges are very similar to chips, but much, much worse, which does beg the question why you would ever order these over chips. There's too much soft potato to crunchy potato skin ratio, and thus, if I go into a pub and there's no chips and only wedges on the menu, I often consider shooting myself in the head with a BB gun. Non-lethal, but still very painful. 3.4 out of 10. Crisps. Yes, I cannot pronounce the S in that. Okay, it's just, I was born like that. I actually don't think I was. I think I just sort of generated a lisp in like 2014. Just for like a good character bit. See some potatoes, we see potential. I really love crisps, and I've opted for the prawn cocktail flavour. Now, I'm not, what the fuck is prawn cocktail? I actually don't know. Ugh. I wish I hadn't Googled that. Now, quite honestly, this is goat tier crisp. Mamma fucking mia. I'm learning Italian. Oh, yes. Oh, I need to put like 14 in my mouth at once. That's where you get the real flavour of the prawn cocktail. Now, the one downside to these is that they do have the tendency to be quite sharp, to cut the corners of your mouth. However, it's a necessary evil.
I'm tasting... Does that taste like prawn? What a fantastic way to consume a potato. My hands are sticky though, and then you've got to... And then it gets all stuck in your teeth, and then you're in public like... Not very good on a train. Very much like, don't look at me. For me, I'm going to give these a solid 9.5 out of 10. It's crisp, man. Oh, the sensations. Yes! Yes! Croquettes. Now, these apparently are different to tater tots. I've been reliably informed by a lovely acquaintance. I feel like they're going to be too soft for a man of my undiagnosed tastes. But we'll give it a go. Fuck! I'm not overly convinced, but they're better than I thought. Now, they're quite fluffy, and usually that is not a feeling I want from my potatoes. I'm a crunch boy, which is well established. However, you know what? I can sort of back that. I quite like the idea that this is potato mashed up and then covered in breadcrumbs, and now once again resembles a potato. I'm going to give croquettes. Oh God, is it French? Oh, bloody French. Now it's pretty decent, but if you pick this over chips and chips were available, then you are one sick-minded individual, and you should be arrested by the Chinese police. A little bit more fascist than our one, isn't it? Croquettes are a 5.4. I regret this decision, as this is very hot. Fuck. Roast potatoes. One of the most popular and most loved form of kartoffel. And these ones are courtesy of today's sponsor, HelloFresh, which means they have been made with the secret ingredient, love. Because they've been cut up by me and I put all the stuff on them that the sheet told me to. Now I can hear you screaming at the TV right now. You're like, my mum actually makes the best ones. Thanks for that. All right, don't bother typing that in the comments. I can't come round. As much as I'd love to be your new stepdad, I can't come round to try your mum's kartoffel. I have cut them how I would like them, which is small and crispy. Now HelloFresh sends you the instructions for every dish you pick and the exact ingredients, which gives you a lot more control over your diet, giving you nice meals, but also helping you keep a balanced diet because they show you all the nutritional values and they let you know how many of your 5 a day you're getting. It's a great way to add greens to your plates and also good for getting some variety in your dinners. Maybe try some new stuff. That feels targeted towards me, actually. Rude. You can pause, cancel, or change the delivery address whenever you want. So scan the QR code on screen now to get 50% off your first box, plus 25% off the next 2 months, plus free desserts for life. Or click my link in the description and use my code CC2025. Right. Oh. Hello. Oh, it turns out food is better when you put more effort into making it. Shit! These are banging. But are they better than chips? Oh my God, what have I done to these? These are I'm gonna have to start cooking properly. You know, that's one thing I hate about the world, you know? Turns out if you put more effort into something, it comes out better. I'm fuming. I'm 29, I've only just figured that out. I'm gonna give, specifically, my roast potatoes a whopping 8.5. Beautiful. I'm devastated that that's good. Oh, are you telling me fresh stuff is better than frozen? This is a horrible fact which I'm going to choose to ignore. Now these are Hasselback potatoes, or Hasselback spatatis in Swedish, because that's where they're from, more specifically from the Hasselbacken restaurant in Stockholm. Now, these ones are from ASDA, and they don't look particularly similar to the ones on Google. Ridge-wise, not looking particularly ridgy. They kind of remind me of like a hedgehog or like a woodlouse. Interesting. Fluffier than I expected, which I usually don't like. However, the skin on the outside is skinning. Who'd have thought it? These are all right. I'm going to give these a 7.7, although I have slightly put myself off by describing it as a woodlouse. I am now just thinking that I'm eating a woodlouse. I don't like insects. Even butterflies weird me out. You think butterflies are gorgeous, do you? You think ladybirds are gorgeous? No, when they land on me, which they obviously do, all I can imagine is what they look like under a microscope. Boo. Yeah, that's wriggling over you, mate. That's how my brain works. I should see someone, and that person is a therapist. What a beautiful singing voice, Ciarán. Thank you. I have just concocted a meze. I don't know if that's the right word, but it feels like it is, so I'm going to run with it. A meze of potato-based goods. It's what people think I eat every day. I never buy this, ever. Would it be a bad dinner? No. Nutritionally, maybe. You could argue. But taste-wise, it wouldn't be bad. As long as it's crunchy. Still undiagnosed. Now, the idea is to find the best form of potato in my opinion. So I'm going to be using 2 condiments. You would never raw dog any of these. You're going to have some condiments. It's just adding a bit of flavour. It's more about finding the best vehicle of potato to put the condiment taste in your mouth. We have vinegar, which I seldom have anymore, but it was a favourite of mine, and I would absorb it directly into my loins. That means my cock region, doesn't it? I don't mean that, but I just like it. Oh, it burns. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to tear up. Not because I'm emotional, just because, oh, I forgot how acidic that is. And then obviously Péronaise, which I have on absolutely everything ever. Here's my Christmas dinner, where I had teriyaki salmon and put Péronaise on it. Look, we don't do Christmas dinner at our house anymore. Everyone just decides what they want to eat. And it doesn't have to match. You could have 4 bars of chocolate and fish and chips if you wanted. My whole mantra is, do what you want. Do whatever you want. So, well, without harming others, that's the caveat. Before you comment, fuck off. I've opted for Péronaise for the waffle fries. I think these are unbelievable. Gorgeous. So good. I'm going to go early here, but they may be the best form in the fries chip region of potato. I don't know what it is about a corrugated potato shape. I'm just eating air. They're just crisscross fries. It's like Kaplunk, but with French fries, yet so good. Why do holes taste so good? I'm gonna have to give that a 9.7. Elite potatoing. Sweet potato fries up next. Now, these are controversial because they go cold so quickly. The spice of the Péronaise is making up for it, but they're a wee bit flimsy, and look, they're doing a job. I pick sweet potato fries when I'm out because technically it counts as like towards 1 in your 5 a day, whereas normal potato is just like it's like eating cardboard. Normal potato is good if the Germans are flying overhead again. If not, you don't really need to eat it unless you need to just keep alive. I'm gonna give a 5. Actually, I'm gonna put a 4. It's not great. Hash browns up next, and I think they've got onion in. Is it an onion potato mix? I'm actually unaware of the contents, of the technical contents of a hash brown, or even how you make a hash brown. Not crunchy enough. If they were in the oven for a little bit longer, they can do a job. I'm gonna give them a 6.5. I think hash browns can be decent, but more often than not, they're mid. Now, the smiley faces and the potato waffle, which is not something you would see in America. I feel like a potato waffle in America is something completely different. For any Americans watching, is what we call a potato waffle in the UK. Once again, a grid pattern, a bit like the waffle fries. However, I've never really been a huge fan. They're too fluffy inside for me. and not crunchy enough on the outside. I'm gonna have to sadly give this, I'm gonna give it a 5. It's not great, if we're being honest. And that's gonna ruffle a few feathers, okay? Because I reckon Northerners fucking love these. I don't know why, I just reckon Northerners absolutely love them. But just mid. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it how it is, okay? Potato waffles are mid. You can't hold me back. I'm just saying what everyone is afraid to say. This smiley face seems to be unhappy because it has not even produced a face. Look at it. Looks like Lewis Capaldi. No, a little bit crunchier than the waffle. And the lack of grid pattern, somehow it doesn't make it any fluffier. Like the inside is actually pretty, it's not putting me off. This is actually pretty good. Now, I'm not sure you're meant to eat them whole, but I have the mouth the size of the Grand Canyon. I'm going to go a 6.5. Okay, I'm going to go, actually, no, I'm going to go a 6.8 because of the nostalgia value and the joy of eating a smiley face. It can't be understated. I eat smile. I do smile. Is that a good smile? Quick, take a photo. And look at me, I am so happy. Yay. Just a quick one, boys and girls. This shirt is my shirt and I designed it. It's a CCFC, which is my second channel. I designed a football shirt. I love it. I've been wearing it for like a year now and it's finally available. So the link is in the description. And if you want to support the channel, then, well, both channels, because I'm the same person, then go get one yourself and send me a picture when you get it. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. Tater tots, described as bite-sized hash browns, they are incredibly promising. However, all I can imagine when I think of them is an American going, tater tots. Why do they have to be so childish? Why can't they be called like something manly, like spud nuggets? That's pretty manly if you ask me. Hello, hello damsel, would you like to go out for some spud nuggets? Pretty sexy. They literally look exactly and feel exactly like tiny hash browns. A lot saltier, and I think you can taste the frying. Now I believe these are deep fried, and turns out they are different to croquettes. Okay, fair play. These are crispier than any croquette I have ever had. Fair play, America. I'm starting to think I maybe just like deep fried things because of all the oil and the salt. You know, I was born this way, and I won't be ashamed of that. And you must respect me. I'm going for 8.4. Skin good, cheese good, bacon good. These have all the ingredients of a 10 out of 10. Now, I made these myself, and I wasn't going to because it said it took like an hour and a bit to make with preparation time, and I just I can't be fun. But you couldn't order them, so I did make them. And it turns out, it is true, what I thought earlier. When you make stuff yourself, it does taste better. A 9.9, and the only reason why they're not a 10 is because I had to make them, okay? If I want cheese and bacon, the vessel is gonna be bread. It's so much quicker. And every decision I make is a balance between how quick can I make it, how much do I like the taste, and how little effort do I have to put in to get it. If I spend longer making the food than I do eating it, it's hard to convince me. 9.9. The McDonald's French fries are quite clearly the best version of French fries. Nothing could possibly come close. No frozen Asda fries. No one has ever gone to KFC or Burger King and just fancied the chips. That's never happened throughout the history of chips. For any reasonable human, the McDonald's French fry is guaranteed to be in the Champions League places of every form of potato available. However, if I have one, mid. So mid. Probably about a 3 on the chip scale. However, if I have 14, so good. So good for me. I'm gonna give McDonald's French fries a whopping 8.7. Ooh, maybe a little bit lower than you expected. Well, upon trying these sober, I've realized that I think McDonald's taste really good when you're hammered, or when you're in a drive-through. If you're eating these in a vehicle, you could probably add on about 2 points. Still pretty good though. Potato slices are exactly the same as Hasselback potatoes, except you just cut all the way through the potato. However, these little crispy discs of joy are far, far better. These are goat tier. These are gonna have to be a whopping 9.7. Better than chips, better than fries, better than McDonald's fries. These are art. That was very camp, that wasn't it? Art. Weird. Well, not weird. It's fine if you are, but I like women. The best ones are the ones that are burnt. You know what tastes great? Carcinogens. The humble jacket potato. Now for this one I've gone for a knob of butter, which is an odd unit of measurement, isn't it? How many knobs of butter do we want? I don't know, how many quims of salt do you want, you weird fuck? And then I've covered it in loads of cheese because I don't like beans. People tend to have beans on this and get away from me. Weird. Beans are weird. Apart from beans from even Stevens. Actually, no, he was actually really weird as well, wasn't he? Don't be called beans. That's my top tip. Now, it tastes like potato. It does. That is news to me. Interesting. I'm not immediately against it. Now, I can count on one hand the amount of jacket potatoes I've eaten in my life. None. I've tried them before. I just assumed I didn't like them because they're, once again, the skin to what is essentially mashed potato inside ratio is terrible. However, this cheesy, buttery, peppery, salty boy might be winning me over. It is better than a lot of stuff I've had so far. And that's saying something because I've eaten far too much potato in the space of about 4 days and I feel very ill. I'm going to give a jacket potato a surprising 7.2. Oh, that's shocking for me in like a good way. I'm so sick of potato, honestly. This whole video has just put me off potatoes forever. I miss you, bread. I can't wait to eat you again, you yeasty bastard, with your little yeasty bastard mate. I'll be home soon, buddy. And I'm going to scran you. I'm going to eat the fuck out of you. Oof. Vivid imagery. Why do I do that? Why do I move like that? Why was I born a freak? Dauphinoise is one of the dishes I've been most excited to try. Because there are two types of people that are watching this very video. There's people whose parents are still together in the same house they always grew up in, and they have a kitchen island, and they know what dauphinoise is. And then there's people whose parents aren't together, and they shop at Lidl, and they watch The Chase whilst they're eating their dinner on their lap. The first mention of this dish is from 1788 from the old Dauphine region of France, where presumably a Frenchman tried it and went, oh. It's thinly sliced potatoes with cream, cooked in a buttered dish with some garlic. It takes an hour and a half to make, so that can fuck off. I ordered it. You can actually buy one that you can just bang in the oven for like 50 minutes. And it comes from Waitrose. Shock. Here is the dauphinoise that I spent £9.50 on. I can't lie, that looks absolutely awful, look. Oh, that gets worse. The longer it exists in my body, it gets worse. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like that. I don't like the texture. I knew I wasn't gonna like the texture, but I was open to it, and I put it in my mouth hole, and now it's in me, and it's slithering, definitely slithering its way through my esophagus and the rest of whatever's inside me. I don't know too much about the inside of the body. Initially there was a taste in there. I was like, do I like that? And then once I had eaten that portion of the cheese, it then moved on to the cream and the soft potato, and I was like,
This is worse than mashed potato. I could get through mashed potato. I couldn't get through this. This is a 0.
A latke is a Jewish dish. A latke. It's okay, Ciarán. It's a difficult letter. A latke is a Jewish dish typically made for Hanukkah. On BBC Good Food, Debbie the Demon said, "So easy and quick to do. Full stop, space, no capital letter. Had such a laugh making this with my kids. Hashtag lol." Bit weird. Someone else just said, "Don't make this." So I heeded the advice of the second fella, and to be quite frank, I absolutely hate cooking. And I also don't trust demons. It's essentially shredded potato and fried, which means it should be one damn crunchy boy. This could be groundbreaking. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. We may be cooking here. I'm not cooking. I'm definitely not cooking, but someone was cooking when they stirred up this little treat. It's like a hash brown, but so much better because I can taste the oil. I can taste it damaging my inside. This is fantastic. Genuinely. I'm not taking the piss. Really good. It's crispy, it's crunchy on the outside. It comes in a nice little parcel. It's quite pretty. I would like to have my way with it. I'm going to give a latke. It's a 10. It's a ruddy 10. Hello? What are you doing up there?
Women in general. I love women, specifically women, the ones in general, women. I love women. You know who doesn't? Shane Dawson, he likes cats.